Alright, let's go. Let's get that 51. Hey guys, Justin here, back in Perth Busport. Pretty empty, but let's get that 51 here in Zone B, stand 15, for our next route to try out. Let's do it. Let's see what it is. Alright, on to another new route after Armadale Line shutdown, Route 51, which is one of the routes I'm most looking forward to. Originally, I thought it's actually going to be by Path, considering it's actually run along Orrong Road, which is actually Path zone, but no, Swan is running it, 2464. One of these terrible buses by Beckenham, but yes, 51. Now earlier on I took the 30 to try out the new path change, and then the driver literally know nothing about the path change. Yes, I boarded this with Kay just to take the path change along Milligan Street now, not William, and then he's don't know anything about it. He's just trying to go back onto William, and I need to actually tell the driver right there in the Elizabeth Quay bus station, stop, you're going to Milligan Street now. And then all of the other people that's on the bus, that's actually pretty bad, because there are like 3 old ladies on the 30 wanting to go to Milligan Street. I mean 51 here. There are 3 old ladies on the bus ready to go to William Street on the 30, but didn't know about it. And then they end up having to get off at Mill Street and walk there now, which is terrible for old people to do. But unfortunate. And also I want to say this is so stupid. 221, every single bus is an Arctic bus. Yes, 221, every single one is an Arctic bus. But turns out 907, almost like every single bus is a gas bus now. Oh my gosh, 907, everything is gas bus. I literally saw like gas buses non-stop, and only like 2 to 3 B7s, not even B8s. Oh my gosh. 908 is doing fine, but after that will be 908, we will do. But here's the stupid thing. I saw 905, 905 is driving down, and then there's 907, which will just come in here. That's a decent bus there, but it's just kind of come in here and do turn back, like basically how the stuff before goes. And another 221, another Arctic bus. Look at this now, another Arctic bus here, 3118 Vangara bus. So, but the 907 just goes in there for layover, just like before with the Midland Line shutdown. All the things terminates here for the middle of the day, and then at night time and weekends just go back into Perth Busport, full journey. At 51 here, let's check out the stands. How did they changed? We're not stopping with the 4142. Now this one's actually pretty cool. It takes the highway, but it basically turns how the train replacement turns. It will turn right next to Wellington Square. You'll stop all the stations along the way, and we'll stop at or turn left from Wellington Square up to where Claysbrook Station is, go into Ram and Freeway, and straight onto Orrong Road to stop all of the stops along Orrong Road, and then Cannington bus station. So, very smooth path, but according to the app, it actually takes over 30 minutes for this route, which is pretty ridiculous. 960 here, 2729. And 907, starting service. That's another trash bus though. Oh, nice, finally, first good one that I saw, 3022 from Midvale. Oh my gosh, from Midvale. From Midvale. Doing the 907. Okay, 221 and 230 joins in with the stand 3, which yesterday's only have 220 on it, which is 2 hours per bus, but now it's changed a bit, and also 51 added onto here. Okay, cool. I got more Arctic bus. That's a 950 though. Apparently still have enough Arctic, but that's Path though. They're not really running any train replacements, except the 905. And here's the stupid thing. Later on I'm going to do both the 908 and 905. Originally I thought that why not just do 908 and continue its way to Perth, because it's when you actually need it, because 905 is running for normal train replacement just to replace the Victoria Park to Perth section when they need to close that as well. So, but oh, NH coming in for 38. NH coming in for 38. NH, this is the third one I saw today. 1359 half transit on the NH, and a normal 220 coming over. 220 is just normal, but with enhanced a little bit of frequencies during rush hours, 20 minutes per bus, while 221 is the ridiculously crazy one. So we have to stop here, add it in for 51. They're slowly but surely replacing the stands. I think all the stands in city shift changed though. Yep, it's just the ones in the suburb haven't even changed. Now Midland Line is still running, so that's why we have trains in there, Midland Line, but not Armadale Line anymore. For now, there will be trains running later on, but not today. Alright, we're back at Cannington bus station after a big loop around at Kalamunda and all of that area. 905 train replacement, 3414. That's the stupid thing right there I'm talking about. 908 is by Swan. That's 3414. 908 is by Swan. That runs between Victoria Park and Cannington. I thought they're just gonna basically use the same bus to actually continue as the 905 for some of them because this is right there. No! 905 is by Swan, and 908 is by Swan. 905 is by Path Transit. What? What the hell? What's the point? And also they actually changed to that stop already. That's the McIver train replacement stop, and it's no longer saying 907, it's 905 now on the stand, which is cool. 51 2408 Swan Transit. Yes, 51 is a Swan route, which is actually very unexpected. And at the same time, after you think about it, it actually makes a lot of sense because considering how many routes is Swan lost for the shutdown, it's literally like all of the routes that they lost. So, because there are routes here that lost to Path, 940, 290, 291, and 280. 4 routes already lost to Path. On the other side, all the routes that run along the, 100 is still Swan, but all the routes that actually runs along like Coburn Central, Murdoch, Oban Grove, all these routes, all lost. Yes, they all lost to Transdev. They have been swapped to Transdev for those routes. 527, 537, 523 I think also got swapped. 233 I think is normal. 3114, that's another Wangara bus. There's a dude on there, train operating, coordinating. But yeah, that's basically what it is. That's why they lost so many routes. B12 coming in here. 907 B12, 3020. At least they're using decent, but the thing is earlier on during rush hours I literally saw like all gas buses. 51 on the sign, perfect. I literally saw all gas buses earlier on at Cannington bus station earlier on in the day, in the morning. Literally every single gas bus is full during rush hours. Literally all gas bus earlier on. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, it took 7 minutes just to come over here, what? Okay, now it's 51 knocked off, 2464. I need to take out my stuff from the pocket and it just doesn't come out. Only 4 people on it right now. Like, what the hell? Earlier on, actually, during rush hours, this route is very nicely utilized. With an NH running earlier on, so that's why. It might see it, but I also have random NH running on random routes, so that's why. So that's why. Including some from Shenton Park also came out. I saw one on the 24 earlier on, 1229. Okay, 2464, not a very good bus, but we go straight here. We're not going to turn like the train replacement. So we go straight here. Because we don't need to touch Claysbrook stations, that's why we don't need to touch that. 905 we'll touch it, but we'll go straight here. I haven't taken a thumbnail yet because it's inside Perth Busport. If I can get one in Canning bus station. Now Canning bus station, the staff is pretty lenient, no one cares considering it's the first day, but earlier on up in 272, the driver asked me why I took a photo, so that's why it's annoying. But that's a new stand right there for 51, just drove by. I don't think any routes actually drove along here, so that's why. And after that we have a very straight express path along Orrong Road, no stops. Very, very fun along the Graham Farmer Freeway a little bit before actually touching Orrong Road and all of the stops along the whole Orrong Road. We just turned straight up there. Nice! I was just basically skipping the train station. That's basically what it is. I actually originally hoped that this thing actually runs along Buford Street, which is actually going to be way more useful. But unfortunately it's just running along Wellington Street. I really thought it's actually can do a change on Buford Street for the 950 and stuff, instead of just have to change to Wellington Street, which is not too bad, but at the same time sometimes I actually need to go up to somewhere around Buford Street, so it's better for that one. So many trains, oh my gosh. So many trains. Now Claysbrook Depot is open today because of Midland Line, but now we turn down, no stops all the way until like Victoria Park. I mean, not really close to Victoria Park Station, but we're on the Orrong Road afterwards. which is the one and only route. Finally having a route along Orrong Road. I really hope they actually keep this thing after the shutdown ends, because it's actually very useful. But I don't think they're gonna keep this. Basically, it's just actually the trains, but it's just running north of the train line, but it's basically along it, so I don't think they're gonna do anything with this. Here we go. No stops all the way to the start of Orrong Road. No stops. This is the fun one. This is why I'm so looking forward to this route. I'm not filming at the front because for sure other people will be filming at the front, so. And also I've sent so many things to Mark, and Mark hasn't replied yet because I don't think he has woken up yet, because considering yesterday he... Oh, Mark saw my story. Mark read my story and he's seen everything and literally no replies, so... Yes, he has seen everything but no replies. That's unfortunate. Yes, Mark has woken up, he has saw the stuff and no response. Now I have really no idea what's that 660 Stadium Express service. Unfortunately, we need to wait until actually the 660 is out before we can actually check it out, because if not, it won't show up on the app when there are no stadium events scheduled. No idea what that is. Oh, that's the reason why, because I don't know. Where's 660? Why is it 660? What is that 660? Is it from Thornlie? It might be from Thornlie, to be honest with you guys. That's my guess, because 651 is Armadale, so they might do one from Thornlie. That would be stupid. That would be so stupid if they do one from Thornlie. It's just basically Thornlie and then Cannington bus station and then stadium. Like 2 stops. Oh, if that's for real what it is, that's just stupid. I get 651 because Armadale line is a long one, but Thornlie, I guess it's weekends most of the time, but okay, so we'll do 221 tomorrow. I would take 221 today, but I'm not gonna film it because I have already so many routes into film, so that's fine. We'll do tomorrow after I do the 529. I will not be filming 907. There's Great Eastern Highway. And there it goes. No stops, continue our way through. I've driven this part with some of my church mates on their car. But no buses ever actually have driven down here with services, so that's fine. Very, very decent route actually. But it's just afterwards we're gonna start to stop at all stations, which is gonna be annoying. Anyone waiting for it? I'm gonna have a lot of chaos in the first day here for sure. Cannington bus station is pretty packed with staff, so I don't know whether the transport minister is still there, but 51, 2442. More of these Beckenham buses running on it. Beckenham and Cannington running on this one. I don't think Southern River is given this one because considering they need to do 907 non-stop basically. But I saw already quite a decent amount of buses on the 940 earlier on by Path Transit, so it's good. Back to its legit original owner now for the 940. I know it came out with Swan, but technically 940 is just the 40 from before, but higher frequency, which 40 is Path Transit, so that's why back to its original owner now. Drivers should be used to that because many of them should have drove the 30 before, not 40 before, so that's why they're used to the Path. It's just instead of going to the airport, it's just turned into Redcliffe Station. So, okay, off the stops along here, literally no one. Anyone getting off along Orrong Road? No? Okay, so here's where the 38 drives up here. Yes, we're back to where the 38 drives up now, so that's fine. Let's see about these stands here. Any changes to it? 51. Yes, good. 51. No 38 on that one though. I guess that's a new stand, which originally 38 doesn't stop anyways. And with Wright Street here, which the 38 turns up. And that's a very misleading sign because not bus now, it's actually 38 only. With 51 continue away. There's a 30. Oh my gosh, what's that desto? That's so bad. That's such a trash desto right there. Literally the number of 38 is in the middle of the desto and the right side of the desto is completely empty, blank. This is very efficient though. Really like this route. It's the fastest one. Really is the fastest one. Maybe even faster than the 907 to be honest with you. But I don't think 907 will be slower than this, but still. Oh, someone here. But 51 on it. Nice, someone actually know about the route. With 998 minutes to stop still, normally. With the 51 edit on it. 15 minutes on weekdays, 10 minutes during peak, and 30 minutes on weekends. A normal suburb route timetable. $27.23 on a 39. One of my least favorites, definitely. Now no bus drive along here again. Actually no, there is, isn't it? 285. Yeah, 285 along here as well. Oh, now the bus stand is completely gone. Oh, they're still there. Time stop here. Okay, it's not a time stop, but it's just the driver needs to help out with this person here, because at Perth Busport there's already a transit officer actually talked to the driver that he needs to help this lady out. So there he goes. Now continue away. Now basically upcoming is actually the same stop as the 36 which we just went through. So 36 also Swan transit, so it's pretty funny. First time Swan actually driving up to the airport. So we ended up with actually Swan and Path doing airport routes, which is so dumb. Which is honestly dumb because ended off actually drivers have to just drive the same thing instead of just switching back and forth. Because if the same contractor, then after the 36 trip, then they can do 37 instead. But unfortunately, they don't happen. That's not happening. So basically, 36 drivers, as soon as they drive to the airport, they have to drive 36 again, while 37 doing the same thing. So. But I think 37 might be turned in a circular route now because it's going down to Eastwick Park. Because it cannot stop at Old Street, so that's why I just go to Eastwick Park for an extension. Yep, this is exactly the same path as the 285. And also the 284 a little bit. You might do 36 afterwards, but I guess they can do 36 and 51. This stop actually has 51, but no 51 on it yet. Which is so bad because the stands are not ready. I didn't get a thumbnail though, this is actually badly done. Earlier on I actually tripped myself at the airport after the 36, so I didn't like break anything. I didn't break any of my body parts, but I broke my finger slightly there, which is actually a little bit annoying. I didn't get a scratch or anything, and also I'm actually wearing long pants, so that's why I'm okay with my knees as well. Okay, let's see whether this driver actually knows about the stop. Actually, I cannot even help him with this one because I have no idea about the stops. Earlier on, I helped out the 30 driver, literally all the way through from Elizabeth Quay all the way to Perth Busport. And actually, already before I got off, I already know he's gonna doing 34. I look at the desto at the Busport, and he's doing 34 afterwards. So I already told him that before you go. Remember, 34 is William Street, and 30 and 31. Milligan Street, okay? Which the driver also actually doesn't understand the change. Why it needs to change? He said either you change everything or just don't change it. but ended up changing half and half. So that's why he just said, why not just change the 34 as well? But I am not happy with the 34. Good, don't change the 34. I want it to go to William Street. If not, it's just gonna be annoying. If not, every single time I need to get off Elizabeth Quay and change to the 950. Just for William Street. 51 Future Bus 1687, which those are ready to go to Path Transit, so that's why. And also, 51 goes straight. And also the funny thing is, although the future buses are getting, 940 is getting swapped from Swan to Path, but at the same time, the future buses that originally from Beckenham that actually runs on 940 will be swapped to Path Liverpool, which ended up actually the same buses running on the same route probably in the future, but it's just different contractors. We're not there yet. Actually, it's just the it's just the highway section is fun. Back here is not really that great. It's so long over here. Okay, now I turn down. This is the same path as the 36 now. Okay, this driver's good. He's well trained. He probably have the GPS on though, but actually earlier on that 30 driver actually has all the stops actually on the processor as usual as all of the people's. As all of the drivers does with the names of the stops. And he didn't even read. If he read, then he knows about it. That he needs to go to William Street. He didn't read and just turns on to William Street. He literally just make 2 loops around Elizabeth Quay because I thought he's just going to turn back on William Street after that, but he's not, so. And then a 31 came behind that 30, and then the 31 was correct, so that's why I just asked the driver, just follow that 31. Alright, now it's the same path as the 36. Now it's full line closure due to Victoria Park Station. They need to build a crossover track for the turn back for the trains. So that's why they need to close it off for 3 days here for the whole section. So that's why later on we can deal with the 905. Which 905 is the same path as the 907 before, but from between Vic Park and Burswood it's taking a different path, which is Shepperton Road. Okay, we do have the 36 and 51 there. Probably, I think some of the contractors by PTA went by and deal with it already. Because earlier on they were dealing with the stands, so. Rail. Eh? What rail? Huh. The stand on the outside is not changed though, unfortunately. Oh, I was just here. I literally just drove by here on the 283. When I head out to Elizabeth Quay from Kalamunda. You're almost there. Yep, this one has to stop. Wharf Street, we turn down Wharf Street here. There it goes. And onto Wharf Street. It's the main street now for all of the routes, so. Here we go. And straight down to the train tracks and turn into Cannington bus station. I'll probably exit at the front later on just to actually get this driver a little bit stalled. Then I can go ahead and actually take a shot right away before he changes the Desto. Queen's Park, inside Queen's Park here. 36 future bus driving up. 2406. Now 36 is the 1 hour though, so that's fine. Another bus. 51. NH. NH. Yes, I can. Is it an NH? I'm not so sure, but no. But people here. Like, does she know about anything? She doesn't really seems like she does actually know about anything, but that's not an NH. That's just a normal bus. What is that? More 51. Yep, 51. That's a B7 on it. No, that's a future bus. 1684 on a 51. Aye. This is the stupid part right here. Because we got some traffic issues here, so that's why I need to slow down. This is annoying. Ooh, there that goes. Why does Guy need to stand here right next to the bus stand? The hell? Just stand right here next to the bus stand. Wow, this is not really that fast, to be honest. Definitely not a fast one. Still need to go back and somehow need to pack my bags, which some of the stuff need to go into my luggage, and made it back down to the train tracks. There won't be anything related to level crossings, that's why I can just go straight over. Bus over there, 908. Oh, what? What? I thought there would be no level crossing, and they actually put a red light here. What? We won't be turning left, we're going straight here, because we enter from the other side for Cannington bus station. The other direction for 51 we'll drive along here though, because of the exit is that way. But we're gonna drive into this lane here, which is actually newly opened. And here we go, and bus stations at the front. No buses, no cars can drive towards the front because it's bus lane, so. Next is the last stop. Don't need to press the bell. And bus station over there. And here we go. There are of course tons of stops still because of the first day, so gas bus on 34 departing, 907, at least a B7 on it. And here we are at Cannington bus station. 1403 on the 34. And we have the 907. It's so dumb, this desk though. It says via Cannington station instead of actually train replacement now. And step down stand right here, stand 5. Off. No, not too many staff now. Well, unfortunately, we already swapped 000, so the thumbnail is going to be just a edited thumbnail with the 51 number on it. You can't see the real thing, unfortunately. But here we are back at Cannington bus station. We're not going to walk around the stands for this video. It's too many stands, so 3315. Well, that's another route done. It's a pretty fun route, to be honest. Not a very terrible one, but not really that fast, but it's not terrible. So That's one of the choices you can do, of course. NH, isn't it? No, 1404. Remember to like and subscribe, click the bell so that you can get notifications when I post. Check out the links in the description down below for my other channels and my Instagram. Click on this video up top, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!